Hello everyone, welcome back. In this part, I'm going to start a new part in vector calculation, and it is multiplication, a different sort of multiplication in vectors. Well, there are two types of multiplication in vector and matrices. One is called dot product, and the other one is a cross product. Okay, so we're gonna start with these two first. Let me write down the A again and B, and here I do have two vectors which has the same length. This is important, the same length. Okay, now I wanted to calculate their product, and by product we realize that if I do AB, it just gives me an error because we cannot multiply two vectors with the same dimension. The way that we can do to kind of find their product, which going to be this one multiplied by this plus this item multiplied by this and continue like that, is a function called dot. There's actually a function dot, and it will ask us to pass two values. So one is going to be vector A and the other B. So what it does, it just calculates vector A and vector B together and sum their calculation to see what's the result. When I do that, it gives me one single number. Always keep in mind that the result of dot product is going to be one single number. I can get the same result this way. So if I say A multiply B transpose, okay, AB transpose. So if I hit enter, it's going to give me the same result. But how does it calculate it? So if I say A, which is this, then B transpose this. Now if we just multiply these together, we get the same result. A multiply B transpose. It will give us the same result as a dot A and B. And it is really important. Okay, so let me clear the screen. Now I'm going to explain about the cross product. And as you know, cross and dot product, which is also known as a scalar product, are fundamental calculations and operations in engineering. And no matter what your field of engineering is, you will need this in your projects, homeworks, or research. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the cross product. Cross product and dot products are very important and crucial calculations in engineering field, and no matter what your major is, you will need them at some point in your homework, in your projects, in your research, and the concept is also important. Here we're not dealing with the mathematics, but I'm going to show you how to use MATLAB to just ease your way and get the result faster. So I'm going to create a vector called A, 1, 2, 3, and B equals 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and what it does, oh, I forgot the sign again. Okay, what it does is that the first item represents the X, the second item represents the Y, and the third item represents the Z. And now what we can do is to type cross, and it will just give us a hint, A, and the second item is B. So what we're gonna do is multiply the cross product, use the cross product to do the A vector and B vector. And if I do that, you will see that a new vector is going to be created. So if I say, name it C equals the cross product of this, now a new vector is created. And what is the cross product? It is like when you have an A vector and B vector, the C one is going to be created in such a way that's perpendicular to both of these. And if you just test that by yourself, you will notice that the result is correct. So this one is important when it comes to finding a vector which is perpendicular to both. There are a lot of applications for this. One of the most famous one is in a probability and estimation theory, where you want to find the vectors which are perpendicular to another vectors to reduce the estimation error, to minimize it as a mean estimation error. please create some examples for yourself and just try to familiarize yourself with the concepts, with the engineering, with the mathematics behind it, so you feel comfortable when it comes to using them in real programs.